Big day today. It is dusty. So much for washing the truck yesterday. Already covered in dust. I got the skid steer with the rake and the digging bucket. Going to start working on the road here today. Got 3 trucks bringing me stone. We'll probably have to dump some out in a pile under these trees right here. It's going to be a little hard to spread. See how many tons we can get hauled in here today. I did come over here over the weekend with the dozer and spread out. We got 4 more loads of compost. He's got all that tilled in. I need to start getting this big equipment moved back over there so I'm not tearing up the road when I leave out of here. But yeah, first things first, going to jump on the motor grader. Got to touch up a little spot up there, and should have some trucks here shortly to start bringing some road base. And first load of stone down. We'll go ahead and blend it in with the motor grader, and we'll start another load right there and spread it out over top of it and get it tied into the road. I took the grader and kind of notched that shoulder out so we had a good thick layer of stone where it blended in. making our way around here, having good trucks that can spread, make a big difference. So that was load number 8. We got 3 trucks. I got 3 trucks running, so we're getting about a load every hour or so. And probably have to back the next truck down there where those branches are, then spread out, then go to the other side and maybe just dump it in a pile, and I'll have to shuttle it under there with the skid steer. They can't spread with the trees so low. And yeah, keep moving on. I went and measured it. It's 2,100 feet, so take about 700 tons of rock. Should be able to get majority of that put in today, hopefully. Let's spread some more rock out. Well, I'm not saying that I need more equipment out here, but I did need some more equipment. I have been searching high and dry for a smooth drum roller for like a year now. The Dynapack one is actually my uncle's, and the new Fiat motor grader over there is actually his. And those things are hard to come by. They're great little graders, but they hold their value and they are difficult to find. I have been looking for a roller and a motor grader
for quite a while now, and I just happened to find this bad boy on Marketplace at 10 o'clock last night. I texted the guy last night, told him I'd call him in the morning. He called me back, and next thing I know, it was mine. Evidently there was a lot of other people interested in it too. It was a pretty good price on it. I thought these things hold their value pretty good once they kind of get to the price I paid for it. They don't really ever change in value. So in my eyes, this is a Cat CS433. From talking to Justin, it is actually a Rego. Cat bought out Rego because it's actually got a John Deere engine in it. So that's kind of funny that a Cat roller's got a John Deere motor in it, but it does. So this is the early version of the Cat smooth drum roller, which was the Rego. So only thing wrong with it's got a little bit of a leak somewhere on the drum here, and the park brake does not work. So I've got to figure that out. But for right now, I'll put a block of wood right there to stop it at and cut it off, and it's good to go. So I got a truck coming, got to spread some stone out, and we'll get it unloaded and try it out. All right, back to work. They have been busy spreading stone while I was gone to get the roller. And I gotta knock this down, see where we need to touch up some spots, and keep going from there. I got another truck coming in from behind me, so I'm trying to get this knocked down and get it where they can drive over it. They had to work around the power line, so we got a big hump in the path. We go knock that down real quick. Let's get this thing unloaded. It was interesting loading it. It spun pretty good going up that metal. Don't know the hours. Hour meter quit at 3,600. It may still work. I doubt it though. It runs good though. No parking brake. I got to get that figured out. Here we go. We may slide. Yep. Just like I thought. Roll with it. need to get me one of those spinny wheels. I need to grease this thing real quick. It doesn't look like it's been greased in about a year, so I'm gonna grease it real quick. Wrong way. Throw a little grease on everything real quick. It's full of fuel and hydraulic oil. It does have, the only leak I've noticed, there's a little drip from a hose right there, but he said he has had this, one of these things off. It is leaking hydraulic oil in there, but I don't know, I'll keep an eye on it. I put about 25 hours a year on a roller, so I don't know, might not be too worried about it. Just keep a little oil in there and call it good. But I'm happy with it. Looks like a pretty solid roller. It's nice and tight in the center. That's the main thing. Well, all in all, I'm happy with it. Probably have to address that leak there at some point in time. A lot of that's water. They had power washed it off, which I kind of figured. If there was a leak, they were going to wash it off. But everything else seems to do pretty good. Doesn't hit quite as hard as that Dynapack does, but still packs it in pretty good. Let this rain on it and come back over it and roll it again. That's gonna be a wrap for today. I was able to get all the stone down that I needed. They hauled all that while I went and got the roller. Made a nice little parking area and driveway here for the house. So probably got another 400 feet of stone we put down all the way down that existing driveway up to here. This is where I cleared all the trees out, obviously, and we started a new road from right here all the way back around to tie into the other farm path. So got a nice trail all the way through the farm here now. So come back tomorrow, finish rolling and grading this, then put the ruckus rake on the skid steer. All that's been tilled up, start running through there and fluffing all that up, kind of grading all that out and putting the fine grade on it. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to take the motor grader here first thing this morning, finish going down the road and slicking that up. Jump on the skid steer, run down there. It's a little bit easier to hit some of the edges with that. It's a little bit more nimble. And then may just kind of roll over it lightly with the roller. I'm going to wait till it rains and put some moisture in this stuff. We just don't really have any good way of getting any water out here to wet this stone down, and it's not in a huge rush for anything. So I'll just wait till Mother Nature put some rain on it, come over here and roll it all in, and that'll just make life a lot easier. There's plenty of other stuff to work on around here. So like I said, I'm gonna go finish touching the road up, and then I'm gonna put the ruckus rake on the skid steer and go around the house and see how well that's gonna work. It might have to rain on that a little bit too. I think that's gonna turn extremely dusty, but we'll wait and see. Hard to believe what this used to look like a month or so ago with all the trees and everything. So we spread all the compost out. He came over here with his big tractor and tiller and tilled it all in yesterday. And it's all fluffy and everything now. So I'm gonna run over with the skid steer, try to chop off some of those roots right there. And I've already run over that. It's a little dusty. And kind of grade it out. Then I run the power rake over it. I'm gonna try to at least do the front yard here today. And if I have time later in the week, work on the backyard there. But I just kind of want to get all this shaped up and everything. So I'm gonna set the time lapse up so you can watch me make dust clouds. Well, the road is complete now. It goes all the way around behind the barns and ties back into the driveway in front of the house. And I'm going to take the Komatsu dozer this afternoon, finish spreading that out and cutting that little bit of a transition down, blending that all back together. Let me walk down here. I got the front yard graded out, power raked, and the driveway rolled in. So let me go down here and show you that. So it's hard to believe what this actually looked like before. I'll have to add some before and after pictures. But all this was trees, all this was trees. Just a little path coming up here with a fence. The fence actually came right through here and went right across the front. But that little oak tree saved that little thing. I missed all these huge pine trees, ended up saving 3 of them right here. It does provide some nice afternoon shade on the house here, but they actually have a nice open front yard now. Put in a bunch of compost. Still got to do the backyard, but I had enough skid steering for today. It is a hot, dusty mess on that thing. And kind of narrowed up the driveway all the way over here. So you got a little yard over here, and the driveway comes up through here to a nice little parking area, and the road goes around that way. And then there's the driveway that goes all the way back to the main road. So you come up here now, after cutting this hill down about 3 feet or so, got a nice flat, maybe 3.5 feet, nice flat front yard here to the house there. And he's still gonna finish cleaning all that up, so I just kind of worked from here up. But I think that's gonna be pretty nice green grass here. Come up here overlooking that. Have a nice spot to park there. Looks good. I like the way it turned out. Okay, got this hill cut down a little bit with the dozer, kind of blend these 2 fields together. We'll go ahead and take the dozer down there to the next phase of the work, come back and get the 350 and walk it down there, start cleaning this stuff up. We'll take the 220 and load all these, where's my root rake? That's out there in the field. I gotta get my root rake. I can grab that with a 220. Put all these attachments in the off-road dump truck and go down here and dump all them out in one area. All these buckets and everything. And just start moving everything down here to where I have to start working next, which is around the building. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the dozer down there now.